What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. Today, the Houston Astros lose to the Cincinnati Reds 13-9. And with how much offense in this game, if you didn't look at the Reds and Astros and just saw 13-9 and looked at the Cincy and Houston abbreviations, you would have thought it was the first half of a Texans-Bengals game. Unreal first inning. Reds put up 10 runs in the first. Astros scored one, which doesn't really look like anything when you compare it to the 10 that the Reds had, even though the Astros haven't been really great with scoring runs early in the first inning this year so far through 38 games. And even though the Astros were down 12-1 in this ball game, somehow came back to make it 12-8, but just it wasn't enough. And before I get to this game, I want to talk about the Lance McCullers Jr. threats, because to me, it's outrageous. The way that Lance went out there and pitched today, good. No, I think you can tell his command is off. In his 4 innings against the White Sox, he gave up like 4 walks against a team that is not great with getting walks and is really bad at striking out. And there was not a great command for Lance in that game. And today you could see that as well in this first inning. Yes, he gave it 7 earned runs. There was only 3 hits given up. There was 3 walks, and that's where a lot of the damage was given up for Lance. But the fact that it doesn't matter how bad he pitches, to threat kids, or even to threat him. Look, to threat him is one. I'm not saying threatening him is okay, because it's not. But threatening kids is on a different level. And what it reminds me of is Josh Reddick's kids. When the Astros cheating scandal came out in 2007, came out in late 2019, but the 2017 scandal came out, there were people threatening Josh Reddick's young kids, and that's what it reminds me of. And so it's really unfortunate that it's happening, and to me, those people aren't real Astros fans. Either there's people that are upset because they bet on Lance McCullers Jr., or they're just terrible people. And Lance McCullers Jr. addressed it after the game. He said, "I understand people are very passionate and love the Astros and love sports, but threatening to find my kids and murder them is a little bit tough to deal with." And it sucks even more because this guy, even if he's going to pitch badly, has fought so hard to get back. It has been 3 years, and he has fought to get back on the field. I think a big reason because of how much he cares about the fans, and for even though he's going to pitch like how bad he did today, for them to disrespect him like that, it's just with the rehab and everything he's dealt with the last couple of years, to get back and to be treated like that, regardless of how bad he plays, it sucks. And how devoted he's been to this team all the way back to 2016, 2017. It's really unfortunate to see, but I want to get into the game. 13-9 is the final score, which is going to be one of the weirdest scores I think we see this season for this Astros team. Look, I get outside of the death threats, I think what we saw from this Astros pitch, and then look, let's not pull all the blame on Lance McCullers Jr. here. Lance gave up 7 earned runs. The Reds scored 13. There were 6 earned runs to give up. Logan Van Way today was bad. He gave up 5 earned runs. But this is the really unfortunate thing for me is, you saw yesterday the Astros only score 3 runs. You saw their offense not do very good. The Astros were a double-digit in hits yesterday, but they only scored 3 runs. So you knew their offense was due today after yesterday to get high in the runs, but you never would think the pitching would be as bad with how good the pitching has been this year. Pitching didn't give up a single run yesterday. Pitching the last 2 games before this had only given up 1 run. So, this was a win I was very confident in the Astros to get, because I thought their offense would be very good, and the pitching is something. If the Astros offense is very good, the pitching is something I didn't think I'd have to worry about. And that hasn't been the case all year, and that was the case today. But 13-9 final score, 12 hits for the Reds, 14 for the Astros, 0 earned runs. Win goes to Ashcraft. He's 3-3 on the year now, got 4 strikeouts, not even pitching full 2 innings. Obviously, the loss goes to Lance McCullers Jr. Gave, like I mentioned, 3 hits, 3 walks, 7 earned runs, no strikeouts. Well, he only got 1 out. The scoring summary, going to go over it real quick. Most of it for the Reds is in the first inning. Ellie De La Cruz, 3-run shot, first inning. Then Stevenson, RBI single. Benson, RBI double. Friedel, RBI single. RBI walk, which is the last earned run that McCullers gave up. It was a McLean RBI walk. Then De La Cruz gets a second chance for more RBIs in the first inning. RBI ground out 8-0. And then, terror of hell ends in the to make it 10-0. Gavin Lux hits a RBI, 2 RBI single, 10-0. Doesn't feel very good when the Astros score first inning run, and Diaz reaches on infield single to score Altuve, which that makes this loss even worse. He gets injured, and Paredes to second. It's 10-1, and it gets even worse after that. McClain home run, 394 feet. It's 12-1, and then after that the Astros just went crazy, but it was just garbage time. Isaac Paredes RBI double to left. Pena scored. Rogers to third, 12-2. Christian Walker RBI triple to right. It scores 2, 12-4. RBI ground up for Yainer Diaz. It was his second RBI. 2-run shot for Caratini, 12-7. Jeremy Pena with a RBI single, 12-8. And this is when you start to think, okay, can the Astros, can they get something going here? Because they had 2 runners on. They had after the Pena single, they had runners on the corners, 12-8. And the unfortunate thing is Brendan Rodgers came right after that. That should have been Altuve's at bat, but he got injured. And so with no out, I think the Astros could have made a comeback in this game if you have Alvarez and Altuve after Pena in that situation, but you don't, because Alvarez is on IL. Altuve left the game, and so, but that sucks. And then Joe hits an RBI single to make it 13-8, and Pena hits another RBI, his third RBI, and he's now 20+ on the year. And now at this point, 3 straight games for Pena with RBIs. Scores Smith, and it's 13-9. Like I said, Pena was crazy today, 3 for 6, 2 RBIs. Outside of that, Altuve only saw 1 at-bat. He walked, scored a run. That was it for him. He's got hamstring tightness. Brendan Rodgers replaced him, went 1 for 5 with a single after hitting a double yesterday. Isak with 2 for 4 with a walk, 1 RBI. Back-to-back games for an RBI with him. Christian Walker, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, triple. Yainer Diaz, 2 for 4. He's really been on the hotter recently, all the way up to 240 batting average now. And just a couple weeks ago, it seemed like he wasn't even batting 100. Zach Dezinza went 1 for 5 today and scored a run. Victor Caratini was probably the best hitter in the lineup today outside of Pena, if not the best. Caratini single to right in his first at bat, 2-run shot, and then a single, 2 RBIs for Caratini. Jake Myers went 1 for 4. Cam Smith was 0 for 3, but did score a run because he reached on base with 2 walks today. Outside of Lance today, Logan Van Weed was really bad, just as bad as Lance. 2 innings, 4 hits given up, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Pitching after that wasn't terrible. 1 and 2/3 for Bennett Sousa, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit given up. Taylor Scott wasn't good, but wasn't terrible compared to the other pitchers before him, or compared to Logan and Lance. 2 innings, 2 hits given up, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Steven Okert went 2 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and Caleb Ward pitched the 9th with only 1 hit given up, but outside of that, nothing else. Tough loss to the Astros, especially with how the offense was good today. If the Astros pitching is normally how it was, this was probably a win. But at the same time, the death threats, it's just really disappointing to see. And like I said, I'm not going to even call those people Astros fans, because if you're a real Astros fan, you're not going to threaten kids, or yet alone him. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this game in the comment section. Hopefully the Astros tomorrow evening can go out there and on Mother's Day get a win. I think the unfortunate thing about tomorrow with Mother's Day is usually in past Mother's Days, Alex Bregman has been a guy that has been dominant on Mother's Day. We'll see what he does tomorrow in Boston, his first Mother's Day in Boston, but he's been a guy that's really loved to play good on Mother's Day. The Astros want to have that tomorrow. But hopefully they can get a series win on Mother's Day. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out.